In 1955, when Special K was introduced, a box of Special K cost 19 cents. 19 cents! Can you believe that?
The entire box?
Yeah.
Not just a serving?
Yeah, no, the entire box. Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously cereal.
Everyone is welcome here.
Hi.
Hey, you.
New month, new theme.
New month,
I
new theme.
wonder what it could be. Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell.
And I'm Jennifer, one of Maxwell's moms. Welcome to Seriously Cereal.
Episode number 438.
Seriously Cereal is made possible by viewers like you.
And by Blue Legacy, a volunteer-run nonprofit dedicated to bringing people together.
You can find out more at
www.seriouslycereal.org. That's right, Spoonie.
If you like to eat your cereal dry, then you are a snacker, like our buddy, Bowler.
Hello!
Hey. Or if you prefer your cereal with milk, then you are a spooner, like our pal, Spoonie. He's also Seriously Cereal director, by the way.
Good one, too. Every month we create episodes with a theme, and this month's theme is...
Affirmative.
It's the word of the day. Affirmative. To agree or confirm. To say yes. Affirmative. It's the word of the day. From your friend, Sunny. Bye.
Thanks, Sonny.
Okay, so affirmative is a great way to say yes.
Yes, I agree.
But what's the theme?
All right. Iced vanilla latte special K.
Okay, so is the theme coffee flavored cereals? Cereals based on drinks. Different flavors of Special K.
Well, today we're reviewing iced vanilla latte special K, and this is the first cereal in our new theme.
Which is...
All right, Spoonie, time to talk. Okay, so let me get our bowl.
Maxwell?
Okay. So this month's theme is...
Mysteries are stories you figure out. I never actually thought of mysteries that way, but that's true. But still, what... Oh.
Yes, so this month's theme is a mystery.
Okay, and like every week, the new cereal will be another clue to what the theme is.
So, do you guys have any guesses yet? You think you figured it out? Let's see what our friends have to say so far. All right, Spoonie, it's time to share.
Iced vanilla latte special K cereal is the first hint. What could this month's mystery theme be? How about cereals based on summer drinks? I see a lot of iced vanilla lattes when I'm shining down on everyone.
Well, I don't drink coffee, but I love lots of ice in my lemonade or water. I'm not sure yet what the mystery theme is, but I hope it's not cereals that taste like stuff Jack's Lightning doesn't like.
Oh, hello there. This is David. Sorry, you caught me in the middle of something. As you can see, I'm still working on suggestions for Maxwell for his new food channel. Here's my latest one. Hilariously horseradish, eh? Or, to make it more international, you could call it wickedly wasabi, eh? So, it will be a channel where you demonstrate all sorts of foods with creative addition of horseradish. Like you could have ice cream with horseradish on top, and that would be pretty good. Or maybe a big dollop of horseradish tucked inside a chocolate chip cookie, so that when you have a bite into it, you get a lovely surprise, eh? So that I'm going to suggest that. I'm going to send this one on to Maxwell. I'm sure he's going to like it. Okay, but back to the topic at hand is, here's the question. If this week's cereal is iced vanilla latte special K, then what is the cereal theme for the month? Eh? That's easy peasy. I mean, obviously the theme must be cereals that don't taste nearly as good as a bowl of cold porridge. You know, with a kind of greasy skin on top. No, but that really applies to almost any cereal, so it can't be that. Maybe it's cereals for people in a hurry. So with iced vanilla latte special K cereal, you get all your needs for the whole nutritional needs for the day in one bowl, because you've got your coffee, and you make it fancy because you call it latte. That's breakfast. And then special K, the K could be for kale, so that's your greens. And then it's got iced vanilla, that's like ice cream for dessert. So it's all of your meals in one bowl all at once. No, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, there's not enough protein in there to make it a completely nutritious breakfast. You're right. So you'd need to layer a couple of pickled herring on top of your bowl of iced vanilla latte special K, and that would give you a complete breakfast. So yeah, that's it. This month's theme is cereals for people in a hurry.
Thank you, friends.
What about you? Do you have any idea what the theme could be yet? Or what are your first impressions of iced vanilla latte special K? Go to seriouslycereal.org and use the mailbox to send us a message.
Yeah, we always love hearing.
Hello there, Maxwell and Jennifer.
Oh, hey, Forkamillion.
A serving size is
1 cup.
There are
150.
calories per serving, and each serving has
36.
grams of carbohydrates and
16.
grams of added sugar.
Thanks for Chameleon and Dumpsters.
You're welcome.
Okay, so for what this is, 11 grams of added sugar isn't too bad.
Well, okay, so kiddos shouldn't have more than 12 grams of, hey Spider, shouldn't have more than 12 grams of added sugar for their whole day.
Yeah.
But I mean, this cereal is flavored like coffee, so it's probably not meant for kiddos anyway. Yeah.
Hey. Hi, Bowler and Dumpsters.
Hello, Seriously Cereal Team! I wanted to let you know that what you're reviewing today costs
$4.93.
and there are
12.
servings. Let's figure out how much each serving costs. Divide the price by the number of servings. Ta-da!
41 cents.
Math is awesome.
Thank you, Bowler and Dumpsters. Thank you too, Spider.
Thanks, Spider. Okay. Wow. All right, so everything is a little bit more expensive right now. And so if like an average serving of cereal normally costs about 35 cents a serving, but it looks like things are a little bit more costly right now. Yeah.
And just in general, prices do creep up over time. I mean, in 1955, when Special K was introduced, a box of Special K cost 19 cents. 19 cents! Can you believe that?
The entire box.
Yeah.
Not just a serving.
No, the entire box. 19 cents.
That's mind-blowing.
Right?
Yeah. Huh. Affirmative.
I see what you did there. Okay, Spoody. It's time to taste. So, we're gonna give this a try.
Okay.
There we go. And the right off the bat, the flakes are pretty big. Yeah, I was about to say.
Holy moly.
Thank you, Snacker, for showing the camera. But yeah, like,
they're a little shiny.
here. Milk everywhere.
So as a snacker, you guys know I'm going to be trying to eat the iced vanilla latte Special K without any milk, just with my hands. A flake cereal is usually not great for a snacker, and this one looked shiny, so I thought it was going to be sticky, but actually it's not sticky, so that's nice. Oh.
Well, it definitely has a very nice Special K crunch.
It 100% tastes like coffee.
Yep.
Yep.
And I am definitely getting the coffee flavor.
Yep.
That little bitterness of the coffee bean.
Yeah, and then the sweetness of the vanilla cream. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but honestly, the sweetness I just kind of also just seems like Special K's normal sweetness. I'm not sure if I'm really getting like vanilla per se.
Really? I wonder if it washes off in the milk, so to speak.
Or I wonder if the milk is meant to like simulate the vanilla, like the dairy, like the kind of like dairy aspect. You know how we often like say like the birthday cake flavor has kind of like a creaminess to it. Like I don't know. But yeah, it actually also has a nice it's a very full coffee flavor. Like it has a bit of an aftertaste too. It's like you get the initial like bit of coffee, but then it actually it lingers a little bit, but in a nice way, like the way that you'd expect coffee to do so.
Yes, and coffee does often have like I don't know if bitter is the right, but yeah, there's a bitterness and acridness to the yeah. So it's like halfway between earthy and bitter.
Yes,
is what I think of as like an acrid flavor.
You
so
know,
like
actually I am getting some vanilla.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting vanilla as a snacker.
Yeah, it was brief there, but there is a little bit of that. I think I am mostly getting the coffee flavor, but there was a little bit of vanilla in there.
So it looks like though some of the flakes are big, you guys. It looks like the majority of the flakes are, pretty standard for a Special K. Little medium ones too, but so as a snacker, it is a little bit tricky because of course, you've got little pieces as small as this, and then those big ones that I showed you guys before, medium ones like this, but this is definitely exactly, boy, talk about truth in advertising. Yep. This seems to be exactly what you would expect.
Oh, yeah.
An actual cereal that actually tastes like a latte.
Yeah. And I am definitely consistently getting the coffee. But vanilla is a little on and off, but I do kind of wonder if that's because I am like a scooter here, so the milk is a little kind of mixing in there.
And it's just the flakes that are flavored. There's no like little bits or clusters or anything like that.
Well, it does actually look like maybe like the coffee was like sprinkled on top of it. I'm noticing little darker pieces on here.
I didn't know I was going to need my reading glasses to examine flakes.
I've got myself covered every day. But yeah, so I wonder if basically it was like kind of like sprinkled like on top as opposed to baked in. Although at the same time, I've also not seen anything like in the milk as like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, where you can definitely see the cinnamon, and that's absolutely sprinkled on top. So it is good though. It is good.
Now, if you don't like the flavor of coffee, like if you're a kiddo who your parents drink coffee, or the grown-ups in your life drink coffee, and maybe they let you have little sips of coffee now and again, or whatever it is.
Or if you are an adult who drinks
coffee. Or if you are a grown-up who just happens to be watching Seriously Cereal. Hello, you.
Hello.
And you love that taste of coffee, you love a sweet latte, I think this is great. The one thing I will say is it's not overly sweet, and I appreciate that. So it actually, like I say, you can really taste that coffee. It isn't just like, a coffee flavored candy.
Yeah, actually, what actually is nice about that is, remember those Dunkin' Donuts cereals? One thing I do like is that this doesn't have marshmallows in it. Like, it seems like regardless of whether or not I'm really consistently getting the vanilla, it's definitely there, and the coffee's absolutely there. And I appreciate that they kept that in the actual cereal and didn't like simulate the marshmallows add the vanilla sweetness.
Yes.
Or like the milk adds the vanilla. It's like, yeah, and that is, and although for the latter I kind of feel like maybe it was, but at the same time that I did get that slight burst of vanilla, it just makes me wonder if it's just me. So yeah.
Now, did the flakes stay crunchy in milk the whole time?
Yeah, that's about what I expect from Special K. So I am glad to say that it did. It did keep a pretty good crunch. It definitely doesn't become the quote unquote, as I say, soggy leaves that like cornflakes or what have you do.
You know, I don't know though. I think I need a little bit more time to think about the score because I don't want to just give it a 5 because again, as a snacker, some of these are pretty tiny.
Yeah, that's true. But it is nice that they have the bigger ones. But
yes.
Yeah, we have been going on for a while, but I'm just not really sure. Wait a minute. I know what we should do.
Okay.
Here we are. Okay. By the power of our cereal horns, we call our friend the Book-a-corn.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to adventure season.
That's right, Bookworm. The weather is getting warmer and sunnier, and we can play outside more.
I like to sit outside to read.
Oh, well, let's do it.
Yay! What's our book today, Book-a-corn?
Oh, well, let's read the back. Let's see. Summer was almost over, and twins Mary and Matthew would soon start their last year of high school. On a walk with their dad through the ancient rainforest surrounding their house, they discover a magical ship that their dad says belonged to their great-grandfather, Captain Winky. Whisked away across the globe, the trio explore wonders of Egypt, including Abu Simbel, Wadi al-Hitan, and more as they try to unlock the secrets of Captain Winky's compass.
Unlocking secrets? Whoa, sounds exciting!
It sure does. We're gonna read chapter 3 of the first book, All Aboard, in the Captain Winky's Compass series.
These books were written by Brienne DeMichael, based on strips written by Lauren Small. Let's begin.
All right. All Aboard, Book 1 of the Captain Winky's Compass series. Written by Lauren Small and Brienne DeMarco. Chapter 3. We're almost there, Reuben told his children excitedly as they turned another bend in the path. Now? Mary asked, tired but curious to see what all the fuss had been about. The trail turned the opposite way and Reuben frowned. Not yet. The path turned once more, winding almost all the way back in a circle, but not quite. Now? Mary asked expectantly. Reuben shook his head, glancing back at the two teens. Soon. As the trail dipped low into a marshy valley, Matthew asked, Now? His voice flat, and he sounded bored. They walked further, back uphill, but Reuben didn't answer. He stopped suddenly, Mary and Matthew almost running straight into him. He turned to them, a huge smile on his face. Now. He looked out across a huge stretch of salal and wild huckleberry. Mary and Matthew turned their heads to try and find what their father was looking at. As they walked closer, a ramshackle place structure shaped like a pirate ship came into view, wooden beams jutting out through overgrown brambles. The structure was weathered and strung with cobwebs, its cargo net and rigging frayed but intact. A tattered Jolly Roger flag flapped in the wind, faded from the sun. Reuben climbed up onto the ship and sat down on the quarterdeck, carefully putting his cloth-wrapped package beside him. Matthew stood, his arms crossed, waiting for an explanation. Mary, curious as ever, circled the play ship, taking in its every detail. Reuben smiled at his children. The year was 1570, or 1670, and all manner of treasures sailed the high seas in fat-bottomed galleys. These were ships made to remember, tall and grand and stocked full of spices, gold, and exotic beasts. All this bounty was bound for markets in every corner of the world. Mary paused, looking at her father. Daddy, the world can't have corners. It's round. Matthew frowned. She wasn't serious, was she? Oh boy. Mary looked concerned. Isn't it? Reuben smiled at his daughter and continued. But some of those treasures never made it to port. Some of them were... He paused for dramatic effect. Taken. By mermaids? Mary asked excitedly. Matthew gave her a look. By pirates, Mary. Taken by pirates. Mary's jaw dropped. Pirates are real? Very real, Reuben told her. And the most notorious among them was your great-grandfather, the one and only Captain Winky. Mary had noticed the black and white package. She was eyeing it curiously as Matthew tried to correct his father. You mean Captain Icknew? Nope, Reuben said. Captain Winky. Matthew didn't understand. But we're the Icknews, not the Winkies. Mary looked up from the package. Wait, isn't Icknew just Winky spelled backwards? Then something occurred to her. Matthew looked shocked. You changed our last name? Mary looked alarmed. I'm Mary Winky? She paused, considering. Actually, I love that, she added with a grin. Behind her back, she was slowly unwrapping the cloth package. Reuben explained. Captain Winky sailed all the 7 seas, and not once did he touch a sword. He was the first pacifist pirate. And he never got lost because he had GPS programmed into his spyglass. Matthew gave his father a look. Dad, he was a time traveler too, Reuben added. Mary looked surprised. GPS is real? Reuben smiled, but only said, Captain Winky loved his life at sea, but he grew lonely for land. Mary was nodding. Sometimes I'm lonely for land, Daddy. Matthew rolled his eyes. Of course you are, sweetheart, Reuben said to Mary. Matthew crossed his arms, looking unamused. So Captain Winky parked his ship, not so tall or grand, in the middle of our backyard? And made his homestead? Reuben smiled. Exactly. Mary was using the calculator on her phone. Wait, 1670? That's more than 300 years ago, she gasped. Was Great-Grandpa immortal? Reuben shook his head. No, but he did live a very long time. He fell in love with a wonderful lady and had 2 amazing children, a boy and a girl. Twins, just like you two. Matthew smiled in spite of himself. Reuben continued. He was happy, but the song of the sea was strong. He heard it night and day as if his ship were calling to him from the forest. He gently patted the wooden beam beside him. She wanted to sail again. Matthew frowned, now completely engrossed in the story. He left his family? Reuben shook his head and he looked a little sad. No, Matthew, he stayed. Reuben took a deep breath. But he had to destroy the heart of his ship, the magical core that allowed him to sail even when there was no wind. He had to dismantle the celestial compass, Mary finished. She grinned, holding up the unwrapped package. It was a beautiful solid wood compass, ornately engraved, with a gold post in the center protruding from the compass star. There was no needle. Where the cardinal direction should have been, there were holes in the platter. The north hole was a triangle, the south hole was a square, the east hole was circular, and the west hole was shaped like a plus sign. She handed the celestial compass to Matthew so he could see it better. Matthew turned it over in his hands, amazed. Reuben smiled gently at his daughter. Mary, how did you know what it is? Mary shrugged. I just do. Matthew handed the compass back to his sister. He frowned and looked to his father. Captain Winky took it apart? He gave up all that power? Reuben nodded. He threw the pieces into the waves and they were swept away. The song of the sea fell silent to his ears and he lived out his life in peace. On land. Matthew felt a little sad, understanding the sacrifice his great-grandfather had made. He really loved his family. Reuben looked at his son for a long moment and nodded again. He did. Mary was carefully inspecting all of the tiny details on the compass. She whispered softly, I bet you were magnificent once. She looked at the 4 different shaped holes. I wish we knew where all your parts were. A beautiful sound, like something from an antique music box, came out of the celestial compass. The air around Matthew, Mary, and their father Reuben began to ripple and shimmer. Mary could hear seagulls calling and the crash of waves on the shore. Matthew looked alarmed. Mary, what did you do? Mary's eyes were wide when she looked at her brother. I wished. She shrugged and looked at her father. He would know what to do. Matthew was looking at their father too. Dad? The air was still rippling around them, the sounds of the ocean increasing as wind swirled around the pirate ship. Reuben gave them a bit of a grin and called, All aboard who's coming aboard! Mary and Matthew looked at each other for a moment, not sure if he was serious or not. Mary gave Matthew a little nod of confidence, and they both clambered into the ship. Excited and a little scared, the 3 Ichneus stood together, ready to face whatever came next. The sounds and wind rose as the air rippled violently, pulling them away from the forest.
Oh, what will happen next? Where will they go?
Well, the magical pirate ship will take the kids and their dad all around the world. It's a wonderful series because it shares real amazing facts about real amazing places.
Book-a-coin, bookworm, Jennifer and I figured out our scores.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching, everyone!
Did you know that everyone at Seriously Serial is a volunteer? We are, but you can support the show at seriouslySerial.org.
Because Seriously Serial is safe for kids, YouTube turns off comments when we post episodes online. But we love hearing from you. Go to seriouslySerial.org and use the mailbox to send us a message, and we might read it in a future episode.
Find new episodes of Seriously Serial every Saturday morning on YouTube, on public access television stations, and at seriouslySerial.org.
See you next time.
Bye.
Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously serial.